Hello and welcome to Xinhua Live. I'm Alex with China's Xinhua News Agency. Today my team and I arrived in the high-speed trains maintenance center in Taiyuan City. The total combined length of China's high-speed railway has reached 25,000 kilometers, which can occupy over 66% of the world's total distance of high-speed railway. And every 48 hours, the high-speed trains require routine repair, and every 60,000 kilometers, they require special services. And now, as Chinese New Year is coming, it is often the only time in the year when people working away from home get to see their families. And the workers in the maintenance center are becoming busier than ever. Right now, there are 48 high-speed trains at the Taiyuan station, and every day 40 of them are in service. And as you can see currently, there are 6 maintenance lanes and 2 platforms on each one. Therefore, 12 high-speed trains can be examined and repaired at the same time. And today we have invited a very important guest to our broadcast, Mr. Zhou Wengang.
Hi.
Mr. Zhou is one of the senior machinists in the maintenance center. 周师傅，咱们春运期间工作量有没有增加？
春运期间我们的工作量增加了1/3。为了方便旅客出行，我们原来就是每天检修18组动车组，现在增加到23组，就是太原南到北京西，我们的动车组由原来的8个编组增加到16个编组，我们的作业小组也由6个小组增加到7个小组。
Thank you, Mr. Zhou. Certainly, the workload increased by about 30%, and the workers in the maintenance center increased the amount of units of each train from Beijing to Taiyuan from 8 to 16. And in addition, instead of 6 work groups, there are 7 to examine and repair the 23 trains every day, which increased by about 5. Mr. Zhou feels great responsibility for his job, and he must be very positive at any time. With changing of the models of high-speed trains, Mr. Zhou have to learning at any time and keep up with the pace of the development. Mr. Zhou's duty is to solve the problem, and every time when something goes wrong with the train, Mr. Zhou will take proper measures to remotely. And only when Mr. Zhou eliminates the fault, the train full of passengers will remain its normal movement. Then Mr. Zhou and I are going to take you guys around the maintenance center. And as we can see that there are some platforms in the maintenance center. And Mr. Zhou, what are the use of these platforms? 周师傅，这些平台是有什么作用？这里我看有很多。
这个3层平台主要是为了方便检修车顶的高压设备，2层平台主要就是为了检查车侧的玻璃和提供我们检修人员登上进入车厢。底下这个是1层，主要是为了检修动车组的转向架、走行部，还有停板和离板。
There are 3 floors on each platform. On the first floor, the machinists usually check the running gear. That is, running gear, the apron boards, and base boards. And running gear is one of the most important parts of this. And the machinists check the glasses on the second floor, and also they could get into the carriage to check the other facilities. And at last, on the third floor, they mainly examine the high voltage facilities on the roof of the train. And Mr. Zhou just mentioned that running gear is very important. Running gear actually is a bogie of the train, which includes air springs, braking discs, and the wheels and the others. And running gear ensures the train safe rides when it goes around the curves, bears the various forces of the train and passes them to the rails. And running gear reduces vibration. Oh, what are these people doing there? 周先生，这些人是在做什么？
这些人在对车轮进行探伤。
Oh, they're doing crack detection. The machinists use these ultrasonic crack detectors to detect the wheels and axles of the train. And this equipment have precision of a millimeter. There are thousands of screws on a high-speed train, so they use these anti-loosening iron wires to protect them from falling off. Mr. Zhou, could you tell us why there are so many red markings on these screws? 周先生，为什么会有这么多的红色的标记？
这些防松标记主要是全是用油漆笔涂打的防松标记，主要就是说为了防止螺丝松动。如果螺丝松动以后呢，防松标记错位，我们检修人员就会根据这个防松错位以后，将这些螺丝及时紧固，防止这个螺丝松动以后导致的这个配件脱落。
They marked up this screw with red markers in case the screws become loose, and they could find out which screw become loose with ease, and then take proper measures to correct the screw loose. It generates high-frequency vibration when a train moves at a high speed, and if there wasn't taken any anti-loosening measures, the screw could fall off and hit the other parts of the train, just like a bullet, and damage them. And then, the high-speed trains move very fast, and what kind of measures did they take in the braking system? The brake pad is a main part in braking system, and it is quite an effective way to tie these brake pads with a steel wire in case it's drop off. And except for the screws, apron boards and baseboards could also fall off. And if the apron boards fall off, it could damage the facilities near the railway and the platform. And if the baseboard falls off, it could damage the railway and the other baseboards of the train, which could lead to an accident. And there are a lot of cameras. And what is the use of these cameras, Mr. Zhou? 周先生，我们可以看见这里有很多的摄像头，这些摄像头都有什么作用？
这个在咱们检查库里面基本上是没有死角的，咱们可以通过摄像头看到咱们动车组的任何一个部件。这个就是说，我们可以有效地卡控一下这个我们机械师的作业过程，确保了这个动车组的检修质量。
There's no blind spot in the maintenance center, and through these cameras, we could clearly see every part of the train and the working process of the machinist in the maintenance center. And then, shall we go to the second floor? 周师傅，咱们可不可以去第二层？接下来，
咱们这边请，可以走。
Please be careful of your step and mind your head. The machinists do their best to work to ensure the safety of the passengers and the train. And we can see that there are some young college graduates practicing in the maintenance center. The senior machinist will give them professional lessons and let them practice examining and repairing the units in the afternoon. Sometimes the machinist loosens some screws on purpose, and the trainees should find out the problems and solve them by themselves. The machinist regularly holds some skill competitions. That is very effective way to improve trainees' skill. And Mr. Zhou, where are we heading now? 周先生，咱们现在是去哪里？
咱们现在上司机室了。
Well, we are going to the driver's cab. I had never been in a driver's cab before, even if I had traveled by train for more than 100 times, and I bet you guys haven't either. Wow, it's an amazing place. And Mr. Zhou, could you please give us a brief introduction of the driver's cab? 周师傅能不能给我们做一下简单的介绍？这些仪器都是做什么用的？
行，我给大家介绍一下这些东西啊。
Please have a seat.
看我的手啊。我现在给大家简单介绍一下，这司机台的一些功能。这个是制动手柄，它主要是用于动车组的减速或者是停止。
This is a brake lever. We can slow down or stop the moving train by using it.
这个是牵引手柄，它主要用于动车组的运行或者是牵引。它有10个档位，司机可以根据区间的限速不同，使用不同的档位。
操作一下。
它可以使用不同的档位进行操作。
This is a traction lever. There are 10 gears and the driver can shift gears to control the speed of the train. And the maximum speed of this train is 250 kilometers per hour.
这个是方向手柄，主要就是说动车组的运行方向，往前或者是往后运行。
And this one is a steering lever. We can move forward or backward by using it.
这个按钮是无人警惕按钮，主要就是司机在运行当中，必须20秒钟触发一下这个按钮。如果就是说在规定的时间没有操作这个按钮的话，动车组就会停车。主要就是防止司机在操作动车组的时候，突发疾病或者是打盹睡觉造成的一些行车事故。
What about this big yellow one? The train driver must push the button every 20 seconds, in case of he becomes sick or falls asleep during his trip. Otherwise, the train would stop immediately.
现在是这几个屏幕，就这块屏和这块屏，它俩是冗余的2块屏，就是主要是监测动车组上的一些行车设备。动车组在运行的时候，它可以对车上的所有设备的一些工作状态进行监控。
And these two display screens are the devices that monitor the operating status of all equipment on the train.
中间这2块屏就是动车组行车记录装置，主要就是记录一些动车组的运行速度或者是区间限速，还有一些这个主要就是说对动车组的一些运行数据进行记录，就是所谓咱们所说的黑匣子。
Train speed, interval speed limit, operational data, and others are shown on these screens. This is what we call black box. Okay, then we are going to the 3rd floor. 接下来咱们去第3层。
可以，走。咱们登顶卡领了吧？
Oh yes, Mr. Zhou just mentioned about this card. Everyone gets a card to get to the third floor, to open the gate to the third floor, because the third floor is a very dangerous place. The catenary voltage is 25 kilovolt on the roof, and injury may occur if the catenary is suddenly energized. Getting the access to the third floor requires quite strict demands, and one card for each person helps the dispatcher to be aware whether there's anyone on the roof is working. Mr. Zhou, what exactly is he doing? 助手他现在在做什么？
这个车顶主要是对这个收电工的升工状态进行检查，用弹簧秤检测收电工的升工压力。如果就是升工压力不符合要求的话，这个接收网和输电工之间就会打火拉弧。
He is checking the pantograph, measuring its pressure and the thickness of the slider. And if it doesn't meet the requirements, it may spark, and the slider would need to be replaced. Excuse me, I'm a reporter from Xinhua News Agency. Can I ask you some questions? 我是新华社的记者，可不可以问你几个问题？
你好，
你好 ，What is your name？ 叫什么名字？
我叫赵孝胜。
And how long have you been working here? And how do you like your job? 您在这里已经工作了多久？然后您具体都有什么感受在这里工作？
我从事动车组检修行业有4年了。我很荣幸能成为一名动车组检修人员。动车组检修这个职业是一个不可缺少的高尚职业，为中国高铁事业的发展做出了突出贡献。
He's been working here for about 4 years, and he's very proud of that he's a machinist in this maintenance center, and he thinks that it is a noble profession. And that flashlight is quite an interesting device. Mr. Zhou, what is this for? 周师傅，这个闪光灯是做什么用的？
这是个高清摄像机，就是说动车组在运行当中，它可以机械师可以在监控室通过这个公网装置，它可以清楚地看到这个收电工与接收网的一些运行状态。如果发现他们有异常的话，我们及时会通知司机降工，避免一些行车事故的发生。
This is a camera that monitors the operating status of the pantograph and catenary. If something goes wrong, the driver would lower the pantograph to protect the high voltage facilities on the roof of the train. Now it's time to wrap up our live report, and if you like our show, please share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Please keep following Xinhua for more news and updates. Thank you for watching. See you next time.